Behold, what manner of horror lies in front of me. Well, I'll tell you, I had yet another blowout. This one was more exceptional than the last one, however. This time, it looks like the sidewall of this brand new tire that I put on in the video that I made probably about maybe a year ago, maybe a little more than that, of rebuilding this bike, gave away. Very unusual. I felt a vibration of maybe something hitting the brake pads over and over again, and no sooner than I had looked back, wham, this whole sidewall just gave out, and the tire blew out at the inner tube blew. And that's actually a pretty tough inner tube. That's a thorn resistant tube. So I just can't seem to win for losing here. I've never had an experience like that where this sidewall kind of gets weakened right here, right where the tire bead is, and just disintegrates. This is kind of thin material though, very, very thin. If you guys remember when I did the rebuild video of this bike, I actually spent some good money on the parts. Brand new crankset and rear derailleur and jockey gears, and new tires and tubes. At the time I got Panasonic tubes. This is not a Panasonic tube because those, predictably enough, blew up on me. This is just a regular made in China tube I got at the local bike shop. And I chose these tires. These tires actually were they're a little bit on the expensive side. The Continental Town and Country. They also make automotive tires, Continental T's. But I'm not terribly impressed. This is the first tire I've ever had the entire time I've had this bike, since maybe 1994, where I've had an experience like this where the tire actually failed first and then the tube. And there's nothing, no obstructions or anything stuck in the tube at all, no nails or thumbtacks or anything like that. So I don't really know exactly what happened other than to say that the tire just was not very well made, not very strong. You can kind of get a little bit of an idea just from the very, very thin sidewall here. So I don't think I'll be buying these tires again, unfortunately. I guess it's not always the case that the more money you spend on something, the better it is. I think these tires were probably around $45 or $50 a piece, and just not worth it at all. And it's just interesting that, you know, the year 2012, back when when I rebuilt this thing, now it's 2013 of course, but the year 2012, and we can't build a good quality tire. So we have to go back to 1974 with this original Schwinn Continental bike. And it's got its original tires and original tubes on here. They're a little dry rotted, as could be expected. And the tread, they're kind of getting bald and everything and checked. But it's just interesting and kind of sad that, you know, a bike from 1974 with 1974 technology is more than outlasting a bike with parts made in 2012. I've had horrible luck, just absolutely horrible luck with tubes mainly, and to a lesser extent tires, and that's why I went to thorn resistant tubes. And I've tried pretty much every tube out there, and I just can't seem to win for losing. About every, 2 or 3 months I'll lose a tube. It's like clockwork. And it's typically on the back tire. And, it's not that I weigh all that much or anything, but it's definitely should be able to handle my weight, of course, 140, 150 pounds. And it just can't seem to do it. So, I'm going to kind of make an appeal to you guys watching this. If you can think of any kind of tube tire combination that would be any better than this junk, please let me know. I'm willing to try anything. I'm going to go and research different tubes and tires yet again, but I think I might just have better luck at my local bike shop seeing what they can do for me. I'll just take this thing in here like this and show them what happened and see what kind of suggestions they have, if they've had any experience with these kinds of tires, if this is a known issue, and see if they can get some better tires for me. I'm glad that it happened here and not when I was on the Katy trail trip a few weeks ago. And when this happened today, I was actually going at a pretty good clip, and when I was on the Katy Trail, we got going at pretty fast speeds. Although, a lot of times, not really on a bike, but fast for a bike anyway. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use my backup bike here, the good old trusty 1974 Schwinn Continental, until I can get that tire in the trunk and take it down to the bike shop.